I mean, I'm just going back to 6 months ago, right, when when Ron DeSantis was talked about the guy who could actually give Donald Trump a big run for his money. But when you compare Ron DeSantis to Donald Trump, he's still nowhere in all of that. So, I mean, on that metric, Ron DeSantis has kind of failed to launch a bit, hasn't he?
Everybody has. Keep in mind, we're having
Yeah.
this discussion about
Yeah,
people
that's
who
right.
are 40 points behind the leaders. So, yeah, listen, Ron DeSantis has had a little bit of a bounce back after this debate. It was a good debate performance. And again, he is looking at that favorite second number because that is kind of a big deal. Nikki Haley's had a good couple of months. She's doing particularly well. It's probably the last we've seen of Vivek Ramaswamy and Chris Christie. So we're about, I think it's 40 days or something like that, Laura, until the Iowa caucuses, the first primaries of the year. We go into the Christmas season with Donald Trump firmly in first place, despite, again, he's had a difficult week in the courts and so forth, but his lead continues to just get larger and larger.
He's even outpolling Joe Biden now, isn't he?
He is not only nationally, which of course we don't elect presidents nationally. Again, we do it state by state, but he's leading Joe Biden in these swing states, the states you sort of have to win. Everybody knows California is voting Democrat. Everybody knows Texas is floating Republican. It's those states that could go back and forth. There's 5 or 6 of them. And Donald Trump is beating Joe Biden in every single one of them, not by a huge margin, 4 or 5 points, but 6 months ago, he was losing by 4 or 5 points. So the momentum, to the extent that exists here, roughly a year out for the election, is still with Donald Trump. That's because inflation is still a problem. Other domestic policies are not going well. The border is a disaster here. Everything's going wrong for Biden. And again, he continues to get weaker. Trump continues to get stronger.
Is Hunter affecting Joe and his legal worries, or is that just a sideshow?
Yeah, it actually does affect him, and here's why. Hunter Biden got indicted again in California on new tax evasion charges, and they're really sordid. It details payments to adult online services, to women, and so forth. It's really sordid stuff, as you would imagine, with somebody who was having addiction issues at the time. But here's how it impacts Joe Biden. Joe Biden ran as sanity. He ran as calm after the Trump storm. Vote for me and things will get back to reasonably normal. Having your son being charged with tax evasion for giving money to hookers isn't exactly the type of thing that lends to that sanity and peace and quiet type of argument, and it's not helping Joe Biden at all.
Wow, Mick Mulvaney, we need another hour to get through everything, actually. So we look forward to talking to you next week. We'll do it all again.
Thanks, LJ.